We got Eryk Anders back here on the program. He's going to be rematching Darren Stewart coming up here at UFC 263 on June 12th. Eryk, what's up, man? How are you?
Man, doing awesome. And yourself?
Doing great. I know you're just going to practice. What does your day look like so far? Did you have another practice this morning, or what's been on the agenda?
Yeah. I just had a wrestling practice earlier today, then did some strength and conditioning. Just had a meeting with the coaches about, game plan and things like that. And now I'm coming back in to work some mitts with Eddie Cha.
There you go. One of the best in the business, Eddie Cha. That's been a cool, thing that you've added in your camp is obviously being at Fight Ready. But I wanted to start first with Darren in terms of him as an opponent. Are you glad you got the rematch, or are you just happy to get a fight? Was there like a preference on your end in terms of your next opponent?
It really didn't matter to me. I'm not really picky with my opponent, so whoever they asked me to fight, I fight. They wanted to run it back, cool. So, let's do it.
It's all good. And it's at 205, right? So you don't have to cut the extra weight. I believe that was on his end because I spoke to him last week. It seemed like he didn't want to cut the extra weight. Or was that kind of a mutual decision?
I signed my contract to fight at middleweight. And then they came back and said that he didn't want to fight at middleweight. So, all right, cool.
Well, is that good for you, or did you want to fight at 185? Like, did it make a difference?
I always feel like, I don't know. It's like I always feel like a little more prepared at middleweight, but I thoroughly enjoy fighting. I love this. So, and then on top of that, it was me who committed the illegal act. So, I just, whatever.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, what if he wants to do it? It's all good. We talked about your fight. Actually, I think we spoke after that whole thing happened with the illegal knee. Just kind of looking back now, though, you must have been pretty happy with how you looked leading up to that, because I thought, it sort of looked like the old Eryk Anders, the one that we, saw in your UFC debut.
Yeah, it was, pretty one-sided. Once the action got going, there's a bit of a feeling out process there in the beginning. Yeah, I would have really liked to, put the exclamation mark on that fight. But, these things happen, and I'll get a chance to do it again.
And correct me if I'm wrong, last time, did you get a full camp for Darren Stewart? I was trying to remember, because I feel like that fight was kind of put together a little bit quickly.
Yeah, no, I did. I came out to Arizona here in January and trained all the way through March.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you got a full camp now, but either way, second camp with Factory or Fight Ready, I should say. So you must be pretty happy to, sort of be more familiar with the coaches, and I'm sure you got some different training partners coming in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we're just building on what we did last time. Adding a few more wrinkles, trying to increase attributes such as speed, power, quickness, and things like that. So I'm just super pleased with the way things have been going, and really like to go out there and showcase it next week.
Who have been some of the main guys you've been working with this camp?
Ray Waters. If you don't know who he is, you will. He just coming off a 45-second knockout or submission, rear naked choke in LFA a few weeks ago. Joe Giannetti, UFC vet, and Jared Rebel.
Canadian champion. I know Jared quite well, actually. Yeah, he's from he lives where I live, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, one of the top Canadian guys. So, super good camp, and no injuries, no nicks, no knacks, no none of that. So, feeling good, feeling confident, and not much weight to cut. So, really just gonna show up and do what I do.
Do you talk or interact at all with the Korean Zombie? I know he's a different weight class, but I know he's at the gym. He doesn't speak a ton of English, but do you get to interact with him at all?
Oh, man, don't be fooled. He speaks more English than you think.
Oh, really? Okay, so you guys do talk then.
And he understands it even better. Eddie Chaw's kind of an interpreter, but yeah, dude, he has an awesome energy, and man, it's just good to feel other people's vibes and whatnot. And, man, he's just such a good dude and, just a genuine person.
How's the cut going now? Because you don't have to go to 85, so I imagine, are you almost on the mark, or how much, do you have to cut much weight?
Yeah, I'm still going to have to cut weight, but, not the same amount to 85, obviously. So I got a little more freedom and leeway in what I'm eating and stuff like that. So, not really necessarily like happier, but, nobody likes cutting weight, man. So
no, it's brutal. Eddie Cha, I imagine, will be in your corner. Who else will be in with you in the cage that night?
Eddie Cha, Santino DeFranco, and Ray Waters.
Nice. And how's this fight playing out on June 12th? How do you see it unfolding?
Man, probably, very similar to the first one. I imagine that, he'll try to, stick and move, use his speed to his advantage. But at the end of the day, man, I think that I have more ways to win, and I think I'm a little bit more dangerous. So, totally got all the respect in the world for Darren, but it's not about what he does; it's more about what I do. So, that's the mindset going into this fight, and impose my will on him, if you will, and go out there and get my hand raised with a win this time instead of a no contest.
Where does a win put you? Because this is a 205-pound fight. You guys are both middleweights. Do you think it would still they'd look at it as like a middleweight win if you were to go out there and get one, especially a finish?
I don't know. It puts more money in my pocket. That's what I know for sure. So, I'm going to go out there and try and get that. And, I don't know what it does for me, but it puts me back in the win column. And, that's of the utmost importance. So,
yeah, that's the big thing. That makes sense. And then in terms of the rest of the year, because you're doing your camps in Arizona and you're away from home, like, does that you sort of want to spread out the fights a little bit, or you just sort of take what your manager gives you? Like, how do you assess the rest of the year, assuming all goes well on June 12th?
Yeah, I'd like to fight October, November time frame, so that I can enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm for sure going to take the rest of the summer off and travel and hang out with the wife and kids and, go see where we can travel to.
Yeah, especially with stuff opening up now, right?
So. Yeah. So, we really haven't got to do that as much as we wanted to. So we're going to make up for lost time. And I've been gone for the last 2 months and really like 4 out of these 6 months. So, I think some time at home is going to be important. Has
your wife come to visit you, or do you go home? Like, how does that work?
I came out here like the second week of April, and then my birthday was the next week, so I came home. And then me and my wife went to the fights in Houston, so I haven't really seen them very much at all, except for like FaceTime phone calls and whatnot. But, yeah, we're going to go kick it on the beach somewhere, I think, after this fight.
That's good. What is downtime looking like other than the FaceTime calls at home? What are you doing when you're not in the gym training?
Not much, man. Just hanging out. The TVs in this Airbnb, don't work very well, so... trying to watch TV from my phone, man, gets annoying. So I really just try to get some sleep, rest, recover, and get back to it.
Good stuff, man. Well, it's a great card. UFC 263 coming up here June 12th. Eryk, always appreciate the time. Anyone you want to thank? Any sponsors? Any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Man, just thank you to everybody at Fight Ready. David Zohan, he's the one who got the wizard behind the curtain kind of thing. So a lot of people don't know his name, but he's a big part of all this that I got going on. So, and then NutriFX, Rev Gear, Eat to Evolve. That's the meal prep, the gear, and then the supplements that I need to keep going. So, all these people play a pivotal part in what it is that I'm doing, and certainly makes it a lot easier to get there.